This is chapters 2 and 3 from the Cookie Chronicles, Book 1, called Ben Yokoyama and the Cookie of Doom. Welcome back to chapter 2 from the book Ben Yokoyama and the Cookie of Doom by Matthew Swanson and Robbie Bear. This is from the Cookie Chronicles, Book 1. Live each day as if it were your last. Ben thought about his fortune all the way home, or going all the way over. He thought about it as he walked past the dining room table where his parents were still paying bills. He thought about it as he brushed his teeth, putting on his pajamas, and got into bed. And then he dreamed about it. Everything was different now. Suddenly a lifetime had become a single day. Chapter 3. That was such a short one. I think we'll go on. Chapter 3. Ben's alarm clock woke him up at 1 minute after midnight. That's a weird time to get up. He had big plans for his last day and wanted to get started as early as possible. But Ben was not used to being up quite so early. He preferred to sleep in on Saturday mornings. As much as he wanted to leap out of bed, his body refused to cooperate. This is awful, he thought. He heard himself think it, and he agreed. But he thought next, if today is the last day of my life, I don't want to waste one more minute of it being asleep. Ben got out of bed. He jumped up and down a few times to wake himself up. It helped. He went to the bathroom and put his face in the sink and turned the cold water on. That helped even more. Ben was awake. Then he went into the kitchen and drank a glass of orange juice and read his fortune for the 14th time. Live each day as if it were your last. This is great advice, thought Ben, but how do I do it? There was no one to tell Ben what to do, so instead he told himself, I need to do all the things I've always wanted to do, thought Ben, standing up to show himself he had meant it. But what are those things, he thought next, sitting down again because he wasn't quite sure. I need to make a list, Ben decided. List making's always good. He got a piece of paper from the bin that said paper and a pencil from the jar that said pencils. Ben's dad liked to label things. One of Ben's goals for any day, not just his last day, but every single day, was to eat a piece of cake. Ben started a list. Eat a piece of cake. Ben looked at his list. It wasn't long, but it was already perfect. What else, he wondered. But Ben was so interested in the first item on his list that he was having trouble coming up with the second. He remembered something interesting and opened the freezer. There behind the pork chops and the peas was a big piece of cake wrapped in plastic. Taped to the cake was a note that said, "Do not eat this cake." The word "not" was underlined twice. Ben had seen the cake before and had never been tempted to eat it because of the note, which he knew from the handwriting had been written by his dad. But things were different now. This could be his last day. Surely his dad would not mind if Ben ate the forbidden cake on what could be the last day of his life. Ben removed the note and unwrapped the cake. He grabbed a fork, but the fork was no match for the frozen cake. What the heck, he thought Ben, picking up the cake and trying to bite it. Ben's teeth battled the cake. The cake fought hard, but the teeth won. Delicious, thought Ben. I see why Dad wanted to keep this cake for himself. Ben worked hard, and soon the cake was gone. Look at all the cake fighting here. I fought the cake, but the cake won. He looked at his list and his pencil. This is going so well, he thought. He did his first thing, and that is where we will stop for chapter 4. If you've enjoyed the last 3 chapters of Ben Yokoyama and the Cookie of Doom, You may want to read the next books in the series called The Cookie of Endless Waiting and The Cookie of Perfection. Here are some other books that this author has written.